I am, funnily enough, fucking naked.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah. Hashtag you look like shit.
Oh, look, rough as man. I've had been lying down in bed for like half an hour before getting on here because
Oh,
we only had about 6 hours kip.
oh, nice. Yeah, no, we went for. I got woken up at 9 o'clock, and Cherish is like, "Let's go down and walk down to the supermarket." I was like, "All right, but I'm playing Pokemon Go." And so we walked. Let's have a look. 2.5 k's, just down to the supermarket. Carried some watermelon. She decided that she wanted watermelon, so we got watermelon, and then we carried a whole watermelon back in this
Do you not
cool.
have a supermarket closer than 2.5 k?
It's not that far. It's like no, it's there and back, so it's about a k
Oh right,
away.
oh
Yeah.
there and back. All right, okay, that makes
No,
sense.
no, no, man. So it was kind of nice. We went for a walk. The sun was out. It's about 23, 24 with a nice light breeze. And that's talking weather in Melbourne.
Well, ours has been beautiful since the cyclone
I was gonna
blasted
say, yeah,
over because that was an ordeal.
yeah. We trust me.
Look,
I planned on talking about that. Oh
oh
Jesus.
yes, oh yeah, no, definitely.
Oh Jesus.
Dorks Down Under.
But yeah, so anyway, hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 6. 6, yeah, we'll go with 6.
And if not, I'll order it. I'll edit this and I'll
If
just
not,
release it
it's
next
6
week.
now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 6. As you can hear, my wife has decided to do the mowing just as we're going to start recording because that's also helpful. So, apologies to any of that droning coming through on my mic.
That's all.
And we want to mention to you all that obviously all our podcast is available on all good podcast apps, as well as our vidcast is available on YouTube.
And you get to
if you
see
want
our
to follow
pretty
us,
faces.
and you can follow us on our socials at Twitter and TikTok, which is Dorks Down Under. So yeah, so
And that's
I,
that's all the hard work that Jordan's going to do for this episode because he
that
is shattered.
the reason why I'm shattered, ladies and gentlemen, is that me and my wife we had a date night out in Auckland City. We booked a hotel because we got grandma here for a couple more days, and so we decided to utilize the free babysitting and have a night out on the tiles. We actually went up to we went out on K Road, which is in the north of the Auckland City. We've never been out up that way before.
What's Auckland
And
City looking like, more importantly?
well, to begin with, things went underwater, shockingly, again, sort of thing. Lots of things. The airport didn't get flooded this time. They erected stuff in advance to deal with that. Yeah, it was very harrowing. The so it came and hit us properly on. Oh, sorry, came and hit us on Monday night. Um, it started raining. We'd had the weekend to get prepped, and it started raining like a little bit, and the wind was, just average day, bit of rain, bit dark and miserable. It's like, all right, crack on. Oh, sorry, or residual smoke from last night. But what happened was basically it then went from just a gentle rain to suddenly the rain's coming horizontally at the windows, and the wind was howling. I mean,
Wow.
howling round this house. It was such a struggle to get to sleep, sort of thing. And I spoke to my mum the next day, and she said that they slept in earplugs because they couldn't, because they live on in a valley with an estuary on the
Yeah.
back of it, and literally for them it was just like a wind tunnel for
Oh, I
them.
can
Like
imagine.
the wind was whipping up that valley and around their house. And she said, honestly, we went from room to we tried all the different rooms in the house to try and fall asleep in it, and we just ended up going back to ours with earplugs in because it was just so loud. I
I'm
was
hella
like,
impressed that they A had earplugs and B they could still just sleep through it.
oh,
It's like,
stepdad's a tunneler, so he's got every hardware tool known to man, and so he's always got earplugs and ear defenders at all points. But it was wild. And then the next day, so luckily I was panicked every hour because hoping that the water wouldn't flood over the back garage door.
oh my god.
So I was up and about and checking on that, and I think I only got about 5 hours kip. It was really bad. luckily Eddie's school got cancelled that day and the day after.
Woohoo!
And yeah,
Snow day. I think that's what the
oh
Americans
no,
call it.
we put him to work. He was busy. He was busy with doing a report about cyclones, so I kept him busy.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, we ended up
just step outside and take some data.
yeah, and then literally the next day, because I woke up and it was really weird because I woke up and I was silent, absolutely silent,
Oh, the eye of
and
the
I thought to
storm.
myself, and I was like, have I gone deaf?
Yeah.
It was my first immediate instinct. I was like, no way, I can hear myself. That's good. But then,
You're just sitting there
yeah,
lugging himself in the arm and saying, I can still feel that. I can hear myself
yeah.
clap. I'm like, I'm good.
Oh, honestly, it was one of those things. And I literally stepped outside, and there was like you could see because we weren't in the eye. We were right on because it had moved closer, so we were sort of on that edge of it.
Oh,
And it was really weird because like you looked outside, you see all these clouds, and literally, it's dark and grey, and they're flying past, and the sun's there trying to break through. And it wasn't particularly windy, but when I was walking the dogs, um, I went round a certain way because there's like a 4 or 5K walk, and I
yeah.
do it in a couple of different directions. And it ended up, and I came round the head point of the estuary, and it was like walking into a wall because the wind was just coming down.
Jesus
And I
Christ.
was like, right, I think I'm gonna go walk back this way
Yeah.
because it's a bit calmer. So literally, I just ended up turning the dogs around. The dogs are
Every
all
part of me
confused.
just wants to see this bull shark just swim through, and you're like, yeah, no, we'll go the other way, dogs. Let's go.
Yeah, it was weird sort of thing. But yeah, so it was an eventful 2 days. Spoke to a few friends who were out in the worst hit areas, and they were already getting flood damage repaired, and now they've
Already,
got more
far out.
flood
That's
damage.
so quick. Oh, you mean,
Well,
they
no,
were.
they were in the process. They were starting all the process anyway. So, and all the insurance companies have kind of said, yeah, we're treating them as the same event. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's probably just
'Cause it's,
easier, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's one of those things. The fact is that half of them were already started and assessed and getting assessments done, and then this has rolled through and wrecked it again, and it's like
Far out, man. That's just
no,
insane. Like, it just, wow. Like, just
yeah,
wow.
no.
I won't lie. Like,
Honestly,
I think I've done an earthquake. I've done, yeah, I think I've done an earthquake. I haven't done a cyclone. I haven't done a typhoon. But yeah, far out, man. That's just insane.
honestly, it was wild. And then it was the funny thing was, of course, what happened. Literally, what was it? 2 days later, outside of Wellington, there was a 6 magnitude earthquake.
Yeah, I
Outside of
heard that on
Wellington.
the radio. I was like, you serious? Come on, guys. Like, give him a little bit of a
Yeah.
break, for Christ's
Oh
sake.
no! Oh well. To be fair, I found out this week through because obviously with all the storm and everything else, they've apparently the Alpine fault line that goes along New Zealand, which essentially it starts off on the east coast of the North Island, and it goes all the way down and cuts across, and then it ends up coming out on the west coast of the Southern Island. It's called the Alpine fault line. Apparently, it erupts every 300 years on the dot, roughly.
Oh, God. You serious? And that just happens to be on
And
the dot.
we're overdue. We've been overdue for it.
Bless me, sorry.
Yeah, we've
Jesus.
been overdue for it for like the last 5 years, and so everyone's now going, "Oh dear Lord," because that's what the last eruption was 1717, and Wanaka Island got swallowed whole.
Oh,
It disappeared.
that's not good, eh, bro? Hey, bro, where'd that island
No.
go? We were going there next week, eh?
But yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting thing going through a cyclone sort of thing. I mean, we just battened down the hatches, and I
Yeah.
worked from home and just try to keep everything as calm and civilized as possible.
So there was no damage, no nothing, just some heavy winds.
No, no. The only damage that occurred was one of the palm trees on the side garden had collapsed over, like come down. And I went to tie it back out because Ellie told me about it because I didn't see it, and then I went to pull it back up and tie it into place to allow it to get rooted again. But literally, when I bent down to look at it, you see that the main artery had snapped.
Oh, God.
And I was like, right, well, I need to remove this now because this is going to be a dangerous object. So I literally ended up twisting it to break the last of the roots that were barely holding it in. So I got
Far
that
out.
out and literally lugged it, and because luckily our side fence is getting replaced, so
Hmm.
they've been chopping and building all the fence and stuff. So there's a big pile of uh, debris that's going to get picked up and removed, and I was like, well, I'll just throw it on that pile and tell the landlord. So that's all I've done.
Far out, man. That's
But
a
yeah,
bit scary, a bit worrisome.
no, it was a bit scary and worrisome, but we're not. It was. It's kind of worked out in the end, sort of thing, and we're all safe and sound. And
That's the main thing.
I mean, we've heard that. Oh, it was funny today. What really cracked me up this morning was a tweet went out from Stuff, who do all this like they do random news articles and tech and all this thing for New Zealand, and it said, "What can you do to prepare for Cyclone Gabriel?" And all the comments just started all going, "Where were you a week ago?"
Oh, so they
This
did. Oh,
tweet
so
hasn't.
so it wasn't
They,
like done. Oh,
it's someone has set up an automated tweet. They've obviously
oh
created the article,
god.
set the tweet up, but it's gone out a week later than planned. And it's like, you idiots,
Oh
sort of
god.
thing. Mm.
It's like, oh, sorry guys, we wrong date. We thought it was next
Oh,
Thursday. My bad.
we literally saw that this morning, and I was like, oh my god, what idiot! He's gonna get him. Someone idiot's gonna get him
Oh,
big trouble on Monday. But yeah, but apart from that, yeah, it's been a pretty quiet week. We've apart from went to see Antman on Friday as
oh, what
well.
was that
So
like? Because the critics have like hammered it.
yes, so I've seen right. In terms of an overall movie, it's good. It's
Yes.
good. Is it as funny as the first two Ant-Men? No.
I knew it was going to be a bit more serious. Like,
It's got it's a bit more serious. The only issue is that the story's a bit disjointed. The story works overall, but
yeah,
it's kind of flung in there, sort of thing. I think what they could have done, because like the main storyline is, there's of course there's Kang. Everyone knows this now, and
hashtag spoiler.
basically,
Kang.
but the issue, yeah, but the issue is that of course one thing that they is that no one's aware of is that Janet knew who Kang was, and she's done
Janet
something to
being
keep
Michelle
him.
Pfeiffer's
Yeah.
character.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's Michelle Pfeiffer's character, and she's trapped him there, but she hasn't told anyone. And it's kind of like she starts freaking out because, of course, Cassie's built a thing to try and scan the quantum realm and blah blah blah, and then that's what triggers it all off, and it's kind of a bit disjointed. I think what could have worked really well is if she'd had like I don't know, like night terrors about insane Kang or something like this,
Yeah.
it would have. I think if they'd done that as a little bit of a build up before doing all the thing, it would have worked, because she just did this thing of where she didn't want to tell anyone, so they wouldn't go to the quantum realm,
Yeah.
sort of thing. But yeah, and yeah, but it was good otherwise. It was quite good. The graphics were amazing. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that on the big projector screen when we move house and stuff. That's going to be interesting.
So what did
But
you
yeah,
see it on?
well, we saw it obviously at the cinema. But I'm
Oh, I was
saying
going to
I
say, Mike.
look forward to seeing it again and having a bit more of a slowed out, because I'll tell you now, one thing, the movie was quite pacey. It didn't feel like it have any slow bits,
Oh, that's
which was
good.
interesting. But it was, yeah, overall I actually quite liked it. And I enjoyed there's two post credit scenes, by the way, and both of them are quite good, sort of thing. I recommend
Ooh.
them as well. But yeah,
Hang on 1 second. Sorry. That sneeze is just rattled around my head. I think there's some brain falling out. It should be fine. I'm alive. I'm back again.
But yeah, so the post credit scenes are worth it for my, especially the first one. The first one's really really fun, and I have to say, Jonathan Majors. I mean, I thought he was a good choice anyway from the Loki series when we got to see him a bit like that, and he was sort of being very playful and very fun.
Is that Kang?
Yes, so Kang, he plays he who remains in the last one. He does He Who Remains in the Loki series, and he's basically the one who's essentially overthrown all the rest of the Kangs and eliminated their timelines and all that to keep the sacred timeline working. And then of course he dies, and of course the multiverse then becomes a thing, and blah blah blah. But the post-credit scenes is quite good because you get to see the Council of Kangs, and you get to see all the random characters that John Majors gets to play. Obviously, he did lots of little things in green screens to then put them in place.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it all him playing it, or have they just gone
Yeah. There's also, but there are a couple of different races, Kangs as well, like race variant Kangs and stuff like that as well. But there is a lot of Jonathan Majors sort of thing, and sometimes he's like angry, and sometimes he's coming in different costumes. You know, he plays the character beautifully.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, because it's one of those things where I'm just like I wanted Ant-Man to be really good, but like, and that's what people said. People were like, oh, no spoilers, and somebody posted, I'm pretty sure Ken gets out of the quantum realm, and everyone's like, oh, why did you spoil it? I'm like, doesn't he have to fight all the Avengers? I don't think all the Avengers are going to come to the quantum realm. Am I right in thinking that?
No. So no, they don't go. The other bad guy in the movie was quite good, but I don't know if I want to tell you about that. So like, I don't want to spoil it. It was quite cool.
Is that the brain dude with the little arms?
Yes, it was MODOK.
Yes.
MODOK was.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was MODOK. The problem. This is a problem with Jordan. This is a problem Jordan has with me is because I don't remember the names of shit. So I'm just like, you know the Pokemon? Like the one that looks like a whale with a turtle on the back. And he's like, what? And then when he sees it, he's like, oh, God, that actually does. It is a turtle. Fuck. And the same, yeah, because I'm hopeless with names. I always have been. I worked nightclubs for, 14 years. And I had locals that were probably locals for 8 or 9 years that even when I moved nightclubs, they moved with me. Could not remember their names. And I am shit with names, and it stayed with that, so... Hence why Jordan goes, oh my God, I just caught the duck turtle. And he's like, what? And I send him a picture. He's like, oh, that one, yeah. Because I'm a moron. And I can't remember names.
No, MODOK's quite cool in it, sort of thing. And, definitely.
Is he a big part, or is he just like a throwaway character to set up for it?
He plays a big part.
Oh, he does?
Plays quite a big part. It actually ties back to the first Ant-Man movie as well, which is quite cool.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, definitely. Overall, in terms of the movie, it's definitely good to go see it.
Yeah, because I want to.
The ending was a bit rushed, in my opinion. I think they could have done possibly a bit better of an ending. But as I say, I mean, in terms of Ant-Man movies, I would actually put this one as definitely third. You know, I think the original, the second, and then this one is definitely third in terms of ranking.
Yeah, I must say that
there is no Luis in this one, sadly.
Oh, what? That's it.
No, there's no Luis.
Boycott Ant-Man. Boycott Ant-Man.
It's a discredit to the. I wish that we had him in to do
the comic.
Little
I was going to say,
comic rambling.
You can't even see the comic relief because Rudd's a comic relief. The whole movie, and I think that was the good thing about Ant-Man, and I think that was always going to be the hard thing, is in Ant-Man, it was kind of like the funny, almost comic relief character had his own thing, and he started to get a little bit more serious. The second one was a little bit of serious, but still looked like a little bit more jokey and stuff, where this one, you could see from the trailer and stuff, this was Rudd having to be serious, because shit was hitting the fan pretty much, so... I knew that it wasn't going to be as funny, and I know that some people have written that in reviews and stuff, saying, oh, it wasn't as funny as the first, or it didn't have as much comic. But I'm like, yeah, but I think with this one, the stakes were a lot higher, and I think that's what they were trying to do, make it feel more serious. But yeah, like you could tell from the trailer that it wasn't going to be the same kind of jokey Ant-Man, where this one hit the family, and that was where the issue was.
Yeah, it is... It definitely felt worth it, in my opinion, sort of thing, to go watch it as a movie. It was kind of, with Phase 4, it's been kind of a thing of, I don't know if I could take Edward or not. Because some of them, like, for example, the Doctor Strange...
Oh, Ed would be fine with Doctor Strange. It's not scary at all.
No, of course not. It made me jump out my bloody skin.
I shit myself when Professor X died. Oh my God. Like, I was expecting something to happen to him. And I was expecting him to try to do his little head thing. And then obviously he would go back into the dream and then it would turn. I didn't expect like this demonic vampire-esque looking chick to come out and like just snap his neck out of the fog. And I was like, pause.
The worst bit, in my opinion, is the ones where she's going through those dark, wet tunnels chasing after them. And it's just suddenly that she pops out of nowhere. And it's like, even though I've watched the movie God knows how many times now, I still get caught out by that bit. And it's like, I know it's coming now. It feels like the time slightly changes each time.
He's like, I know it's coming. It's coming right now. What? It's not good. Ah! And he just jumps out of his skin. You're like, fuck, damn it.
Yeah. But yeah, but it's like obviously I'm not gonna let him watch that one. I'll happily let him watch Wakanda Forever. Ellie's been a bit thing about that, and I'm like, no, it'll be fine.
It wasn't too bad. Like, yeah, there was a few bits that were a bit more serious, but I don't think it was too bad. Like,
it wasn't too bad. And this one, I'll happily let him watch, sort of thing. So it's quite, there is fighting and violence and all that, but it is fine. He's seen worse in Endgame, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's seen worse when I took him to see John Wick 1, 2, and 3 at the movie marathon.
I only watched the first John Wick about 3 months ago.
I haven't seen it.
I tell you what, it was one of those things. I think it was Ellie was away for the night, and I was just, I'll watch a movie. I'll just put something on, and then literally I was like, oh, John Wick. Actually, I've never watched it. Let's have a watch.
But what's weird though?
Oh my god, it was good.
Yeah,
it was really good.
My housemate. Oh, my housemate is scared. Like she doesn't like those kind of violent boy movies as she calls them. And like I understand, and like some of them are just violent for the sake of being violent. But I came home one day and she's like, "Oh my god, have you seen John Wick?" And I'm like, "Nah, like I don't get as much time as I would like to watch movies." But I'm like, "No, I haven't. Why?" She's like, "I've just watched all 3 of them." I'm like, "You don't like boy movies, and from what I know, that's pretty damn violent." She's like, "Oh, it was, but it was so good." And she's obsessed with them. Like she's literally counting down. Like she keeps telling me, "You need to watch John Wick 1, 2, and 3 before number 4 comes out." Like she wants to go see it, and I'm like, "What have you done to my housemate? That's not what you do."
It's Keanu Reeves, man. He's got it's just that Keanu Reeves.
Pull, mate. Oh mate, I would change teams for Keanu. Like, to be fair, that man is just a god among men. Like he's just such a beautiful human as well. And I'm like, yeah, man.
Oh yeah, no, it's amazing all the stuff he's done for people,
everybody.
And the fact that he travels like a normal person as well. He gets buses everywhere and all this.
Yeah, no, because one of my friends saw him on the New York subway, and they just went, "I don't know if that's him." And then there was obviously a news report that says, "Yeah, he was on there," but he's on there all the time unless he's riding his bike, which obviously then he came off on, and then he had several discs fused in the back of his neck because of that. But yeah, no, he's just the most genuine person. Like he just doesn't seem to care, and I'm like, that's amazing. Have my babies. Don't know if that's physically possible, but Keanu, if you listen to the podcast, call me now. It's worth a try.
What have you been up to, Des, this week, then? Apart from obviously dodging cyclones and everything else.
Oh man, other than fantasizing about Keanu, not much really. I think the only thing I've really done is quit work.
Quit work.
Yes. So
that seems quite major.
Well, not quit. So it was really bizarre. So my work, I got headhunted by another company. I've worked with indirectly worked the CEO of the company. I've worked with the executive chef, the chef, and the new HR manager, who was my HR manager at my last job, who was my reference for both this job and my last job, has just got hired. So we both start tomorrow. So I kind of handed my notice, but then my boss went, "Don't tell anybody until I send out an email." So I was like, okay, cool. So a few people kind of knew, and then all of the finance team came up and spoke to me, and I was like, okay, cool, yeah, thinking everyone knew then. And then when I asked a couple of people went, no. And then Peter, my boss, said, no, don't tell anybody yet. I haven't sent out the email. So I was like, okay, cool. My last day at lunchtime, he sends out an email saying that today's my last day. So nobody knew about it, and then all of a sudden at midday, everyone's just got this thing where just like, Derek's leaving later. I was like, wow, thanks. And the COO came over and he goes, "When you asked Peter, what did he say?" He said he sent it, but then now he said he hasn't. And he's like, "I'm going to have a talk to him." And oh my God. So my last day, I caught absolute friggin' havoc. But yeah, so I start a new job tomorrow. So yay, I'm officially unemployed for this weekend.
Oh, you lazy bum.
This, you know what's funny? This has been the second longest time. This is the equal second longest time I've been out of work. So when I first got back from London, I was off work for 2 weeks, which is my longest. But every other time I've rolled from one job straight into the next within 2 days.
God, I was on the dole in England for 3 months.
Oh mate,
I remember that, and I hated every minute of that.
Oh, I can imagine.
But then I got my break with working for Games Workshop. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Not a
So,
bad way to break that stint.
Oh well, yeah. It was. I mean, it was a relatively easy, cushy job at GW. Sort of, you just got to learn how to sell painting kits to small children and getting them addicted into plastic miniatures.
Yeah, and then you also just have to realise that half your pay is going back into your work
Yeah, pretty much.
because you're
Yeah,
just going to be
it's
buying way too much shit.
well, yeah. Well, it's because you're encouraged to have an army or for each system that we sell and all that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're really smart in that regards. Like, I know a friend of mine went for it and he had an army and everything, but he wasn't interested in the Lord of the Rings and he had to get one. The one good thing was he sat there on his days and just worked and just painted them, which I'm like, you can just do that? He's like, yeah, you can work on your own stuff at work. I was like, that's amazing. But yeah,
It's it's encouraged after all the store stuff's been painted that needs to be painted, sort of thing.
yeah, so it always looks like you're doing something. But yeah, like he loved it because he worked in the city store that, to be fair, Monday to Friday he'd get the odd person coming in and then they would do like all their sales Friday night on the weekend. So he loved it. So he could have an army painted in a week.
Oh yeah, oh God forbid. I mean, I used to be this cover guy for for north of London. So like because obviously they're all one man stores at the time. So when the manager needed time off, they need cover, and ideally they'd have another manager do it, but they just basically change staff to go to their stores and because pretty much every store runs the same sort of thing. It's just it might be different things on different nights, maybe, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
40K's on this wall, fantasies on this wall. There you go. Here's a key. Good luck.
Yeah, but literally, I ended up, you would turn up and normally it's like, oh, I've got to have this all painted for contribution for the GW conference thing, and it's like, yep, sure, I can bash that out in a day. It's easy.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it was like, just do this, go out, get it all sprayed, base coat black, do lots of dry brushing. Done.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because I know in 2 weeks, so the 4th and the 5th of March, we've got ARC 40K, which has kind of blown up a little bit. So this is, for anybody that isn't listening, go to arc40k.com. I may put a link in the description if I'm editing and if I remember.
You are editing.
Okay. Yes, true. I don't have a job anymore, so that's probably why. So Jordan's like, you're a hobo. You can just edit. So yes.
You're a hobo.
But yeah. So ARC 40K has kind of blown up. So we have Squidmar Miniatures. So the two guys from Squidmar Miniatures are coming down to host. We have Victoria from Victoria Miniatures, who is this amazing painter. So she's won Golden Demons, she's won gold medals, she's won everything, and she's amazing. So she's also coming over to judge the ARC Open. And then I don't know if you've heard of him there. So his name's Jazza. He's on YouTube. He's got 6-7 million subscribers, and he does like an art channel. But he always had a love affair for 40K, and then he's ended up making this side channel with this other group of friends called Tabletop Time. So I don't know if you've seen that, but so they've now decided that being that they're based in Victoria, they want to come as well, and they've asked if they can make the head table. And our sponsors, House of War, have gone, yep, not a problem. And there's actually a YouTube series right now that has started with them actually going on it. They've got, I think it's a Warhound. No, they've got 3 Warhounds and a Warlord Titan, and that's what they're making the table out of. So they're doing like a wreckage and stuff. So the first video showed them putting them all together, and the second video, which came out, I think, Friday or maybe Saturday, I haven't seen it yet, and it is just one of the dudes holding this Warlord Titan, which is about $2.5 grand, and he's just got this saw. Looks like he's cutting through it because it's like a wreckage table. And yeah, so this table, I know for a fact that I think it's House of War in Ringwood have spent probably close to about 10 grand on it. And they've just gone 10 grand worth of miniatures.
Well, no, if they might have 3D printed bits and stuff.
No, they've come in the boxes. They actually showed us the piece on the thing. They said, if anybody needs these piece of paper, because these piece of paper, people seem to get them reprinted and then they want the piece of paper because it sells for more. Let us know. We'll send you one. And I don't know if they're going to, but as a joke, but they actually made sure to show the pieces of paper that came in the boxes. And they came in the traditional boxes everywhere. So they bought them all brand new, And
Wow.
I'm looking forward. I won't lie. If I can be asked, I'm probably not going to edit this straight away, and I want to watch the video because I just want to see somebody cut into a Warlord Titan.
Yeah, that's expensive, man. I mean, God forbid.
It's
I mean, I know
it's
some.
$2,000 a pop
Yeah.
here in Australia, and yeah, they've done quite a few of them. So I think they've got two of them actually, maybe, and then they've got a whole heap of the little ones, and it's just like, oh my god, like.
Oh, that's going to be cool. That's going to be a cool head table.
So yes,
Definitely.
so I may not be recording that week, or we may have to do it earlier, depending on what happens.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Well, we might have to skip a week, possibly.
Because yes,
But
but I
think,
will come
yeah.
back with heaps of stories. I will come back with pictures of that head table because it's like, don't get me wrong, you could probably follow along like YouTube channel, but come back here so you can see it on my one because
Definitely.
we need the views more than they do. They already get several 100,000 views. We need at least several hundred.
That'll
Come
be
on.
nice. But yeah, no, yeah, no, that's definitely something cool. I mean, to be fair, it's hilarious. Funnily enough, did you see? I mean, you've obviously got some cool things like that happening. Did you see that in Vegas right now? Obviously, it's the Pokemon tour thing for the new Primal Ground. Basically, it's a big event where you actually pay money to go, and you get an actual physical ticket, and you get to walk around a certain area, and the spawn rates go through the roof for it. And blah,
So I take it
blah,
you
blah.
can't just walk around the outskirts and just tack onto it.
I'm assuming you could, logically, unless they create special brand new ones for the day. But logically,
Or you need a special. You know what they might do? You might scan your ticket and it gives you like a pass, and then you can only
yeah.
access those things during that pass, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I know that. Funnily enough, that there's been because like what happened is that something went wrong with the server today.
Oh god.
Like, and he was like, well, obviously this is while we're asleep, sort of
Yeah.
thing, and something went wrong with the server, and then it wasn't spawning and not the correct stuff or anything like this, so it was delayed by starting by like nearly 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, so is that happening right now?
Yes, that's on this weekend, but then the global event goes live next week.
And I take it we can't use that raid app to raid into these big battles.
No. Those ones you have to physically be there.
That's what I guessed. I was
This
like, damn it,
week.
because that'd be so sick.
But for the global one, once it goes global, it's then going to be accessible with like Pokegenie and stuff like that, which I am going to be doing, sort of thing.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
So what is this? So there's a red and a blue giant whale, yeah?
So there's the red Groundon, which is like a ground dragon thing.
Oh, I thought they were whales. I thought they were the red and blue whales.
No, he's meant to be. So he's the blue one's a whale, and he's the incarnation of water, and Groudon's the incarnation of earth, and it's the fight and dominance for who's stronger. But yeah,
Oh,
that's it,
okay.
sort of thing. But yeah, and then with these ones though, it's special because these ones because in the game they have what's called primordial mode, and basically they go like it's like mega evolution, but for them too specifically, and we're getting that in the game, and basically you treat it the same like mega evolution, so you can do it once every, you got to level it up, but then you could do it like once every 3 days for free.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, so it is gonna be cool, sort of thing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting
I just want to get one. That's it. Like with these legendary ones, for me, it's more like I just want to get one. Like I don't really care that much about like getting like one that does this or having to mega evolve. I'm like, I just want one just for my Pokédex. That's all it is.
Yeah, no, I've been enjoying. It's one actually good thing about that Pokegenie app is that it allows you to start filling out your Pokedex, because you can generally fill it out with up to 3 stars. You could solo 3 stars on your own, like
Can you?
3-star month.
I've never actually tried it. I always get worried with 3 stars and then try to get other people to help.
No, you'll be fine. You could, I mean, honestly, you can use the Pokegenie app anyway if you wanted, sort of thing. But yeah, 3-star. I can solo 3 stars.
Do I have a Pokegenie account?
Yeah, that's what you've been using. The app.
No, the app's called Raid. Does it have Poke?
Raid? No. The one you put me onto is Pokegenie.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, it is too. Don't mind me, folks. I told you when it comes to names. But yeah, but then how do you do the? I only use it for raids. I didn't actually know you had to do anything for anything else.
What do you mean? You only use it for raids, yes.
Yeah, but how do you do the other thing, or that tells you what the best
What
Pokemon?
other what other thing?
Like you're saying that it tells you who to use and stuff. Where does it tell you that?
Oh right, well no, yeah. When you go into if you host a raid, or
Yeah.
if you're gonna join a raid, it will give you your best layer from all your scans you've put in.
Oh,
It'll
I
say
thought.
use these six because they'll win. They'll do the best against it.
Oh, because I thought you just use the ones that Pokemon like the game tells you to use.
Well, no, you can do. I mean, I haven't got all my, I haven't got all my things scanned into
I haven't got a
Poker Genie. So,
single one scanned into it.
yeah, I used to use mainly what Pokemon Go suggests because the problem is that Poker Genie assumes, oh well, assuming it's using this move set.
Oh,
You might have I don't know. I'm trying to think of I can't think of one immediately now. But say you're using all rock Pokemon to fight something, and then suddenly its base attack is counter. It just starts beating them and killing them quickly. It's like, yeah,
oh,
that's not gonna work. Whereas Pokemon Go will actually go, oh, you might want to use these kinds. Why? And then suddenly realize, oh, because he's starting off with counter. That's fabulous. Great. I'm not going to lose now. you know.
because one thing I was curious about this one is if you say, for example, like I use this raid one to connect to, say, a certain raid, and there's my mates there. Rather than inviting him, should he also do the same thing? So he gets another
Um,
5 people in theory to be able to invite them, or does it not work that way?
no. I don't think it works that way. I think only the person who hosts can invite people.
No, no. But if he also say, so you know how you can join a battle, like I can just walk up to a
Yes.
random one and join a battle. In
Yes.
theory, can he? In theory, we both go on that raid app. We both host our own, and then we both
Yeah.
walk up to the same gym and.
Oh. Yes. Yes. I think you would, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Because that'd be
quite exactly.
cool. Because then that way, then you could just get you and 5 mates together, and then just have. We're going to take out this one with 25 people. 8 seconds later.
I think there is a limit on how many people can be in on a raid. I think it's like 15 or 20.
Oh,
Something
still,
like that.
that'd be still sick.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, about to say, I've done. I mean, when Hooper came out, and because obviously it was in person raiding only, and I went to Lloyd Elsmore and I got him, and there was 18 of us, and we literally flew through it like really
Yeah.
quickly, like literally because obviously he had stupid amounts of CP anyway, but it was just like the bar was literally like ticking down like
I was gonna
that.
say yeah.
Because normally it's like
Everyone gets their ultra off almost in the same moment. It just goes. You're like, wait, Jesus.
yeah, yeah, pretty much yeah.
Yeah, no, like I am getting hooked on Pokemon Go again. To be fair, I'm kind of obsessed. We'll say hooked, but I'm obsessed. Let's be real. But yeah, I
Well,
kind of like it, but I still don't know how to.
We became BFFs in it now.
Yeah,
Is
we
it because we now
did. We're it's official, guys. We are officially best
Sure, we are
friends.
best friends.
I know it was kind of funny because it's just like BFFs. I was like, that's cool. And I'm like, what happens? What happens now? And then I'm like, and then now since then he hasn't sent me a gift at all. So I'm like, fine.
Because I'm leveling up everyone else. Because you've got get the platinum badge. You've got to have 20 best friends on the app.
Oh,
You've got to have got to 20 best friends. So I'm leveling up everyone. I think I've only got 4 more to go, sort of thing. So I'm just leveling everyone up. Obviously, you also get the XP bonus because I'm on level 39 now, and then we get to 40, and then we start getting the fun side quests that you've got to do to level up, which is going to be a pain in the butt, but it's going to be interesting.
yeah. No, that's awesome. Like, yeah, like yeah, like my problem is I just don't know. Like, because people talk about it and hear these people talk about it. I'm like, I don't know. I just know I want that Pokemon, so I'm just going to enter that raid. Like, I don't fuck all about this game.
No, I only do them to fill up the Pokedex. That's all I'm doing.
Oh,
It's like,
and party people, we must say there is a way to get all the what is it, Reggie? So it's Reggie Ice, Steel, and Rock.
by the time this episode's gone out, that code's gone. The code's
Oh.
only work for this weekend.
Oh, seriously? How often do these
Yeah.
codes come out? I've never even heard of them.
I've never heard of them until today. I saw the so as I said, I saw the Facebook post and I was like, no way.
Yeah,
Loads of people commented saying, "Oh, thank you. I've been looking for this one."
I've literally got all 4 of them. So if anybody can see that, let's have a look. If you can see that, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see.
There we go. But yeah, I've actually got
Yeah.
all 4 of them. So you just have to make an excellent throw and then complete 3 field researches in a week.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
It's
it.
it's
I,
so
I,
easy.
yeah, I did my. I started it yesterday, and then I was like, oh,
You only
okay.
told me
Well,
today. See, that's what happens when you become best friends. You get forgotten about because they're like,
yeah.
he's already best friends. I can't really do any more than that. I'll best friend other people.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Especially when you bitch it, you go, open my gift.
I did. I just sent him a message yesterday. I'm like, open my gift, damn it. No, because I had a random gift that had New York City in it.
All right.
Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know why, but for some reason I was going down and it said, like, obviously the one I normally send from Victoria and Melbourne and stuff. And then it had one that just said New York State Library. A single gift.
That's weird.
And I don't know, you know how sometimes your pet gives you, I don't know if they're called your pet, but your companion gives you ones?
Hey, no, but they only give you gifts from your area.
That's what I thought. But there was a random New York State Library one.
That's strange.
That's
weird.
That's what I thought. I was like, and I'm like, I wanted to send it to you, and then eventually you just fucking took your sweet ass time. So then I just sent you a boring one because I'd already sent it because I emptied my entire Pokédex.
Oh, I've been slamming it about. So I did really well with Reggie Steels because as I sent to you, I got a shiny off of the Combat League.
Oh, I got a shiny rock one, but I don't know how I got it. I don't remember doing it.
Oh.
Okay. Like I remember doing the ice one and I remember doing the steel one. Then I was going to do a rock one and then my app was playing up a little bit. So I don't know what happened, but my app played up for about 24 hours and I couldn't get into it. So I was doing my mini and then all of a sudden I eventually went into it. And that's when I found, and then the first like thing that when I went to send stuff out, it had the New York thingo. So I don't know if somebody's hacked my account and just gone and had a bit of a play with it and then given it back. Or what? It just
that can't because if you'd been hacked, you would have had a notification saying
I don't know. But I seemed to come back to my thingo with a whole heap of extra shinies, including Reggie Rock.
Well, don't look good gift horse in the mouth.
I was like, thank you, random hacker from New York that decided to give me a shiny Reggie Rock. I'm like, that was kind of cool of you. I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, I'll say you can't complain about that.
Well, now I've got 3 that I need to do, and if I can get those, imagine getting a shiny on each of those. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to say, I've got the shiny Reggie Steel. I've now got 2 normal Reggie Ice, and I've got I think it's 4 Reggie Rocks now.
So I've just noticed this. So I've got 1 Reggie Rock. I've got 1 shiny Reggie Rock. I've got 1 shiny Reggie Ice, but I haven't got any other Reggie Ice. And I've got 2 Reggie Steel. One's corrupted, but I haven't got a shiny one. But all the other ones I seem to have randomly caught shinies. But I don't even remember battling Reggie Rock. That's the thing that's weirder.
Maybe you did get hacked. Maybe it was the FBI. Maybe the FBI were after you again.
The FBI just went, "Excuse me, sir, we're taking your Pokemon." And while they did it, they're like, "Let's just walk around New York City and catch him all the legendary shit." You're like, "This seems dumb." You know, it was really weird because every time I try to log in, it says, "Please note there is an issue with your app." So I was like, okay, but then I was able to randomly log on to my little one, the one that I had before, when I accidentally added the when I had 2 phones and I was just playing with 2 phones because I thought it would be funny as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's weird. That's strange.
Yeah. You know what I wish he did though? I wish whoever stole it got that, that Landros one, that take a snapshot of Landros or whatever. Just do that, man. Landros, come back for a day. I just want to take a snapshot of you.
They will. They'll that cycle because you've also got to take snapshots of Thunderous and the other one as well. So.
Oh, are you serious? So now after all this, it's going to come back and I'm going to have to wait another 12 months.
The legendaries roll round. The legendaries are all rolling round. So basically, the next one will come up. And you'll go, all right. So it's like once you know Landros is available, you'll be like, right, sweet, hang on.
Yeah, but then the problem is, what will happen is that then it will take me like a year for it to come back to the next one. I've got to take a photo of. And
you just gotta log on, raid, catch one, and then you could just take a snapshot of it once you've got it in your Pokédex.
Oh no, I know that, but the chances is too though is what's probably going to happen is I'm going to get Landros, and then the next one is probably going to be in another 12 months' time. So I'm going to have to wait 12 months to take a bloody snapshot of this Muppet.
I'm sure it won't be that bad, Des.
The thing is I just want to get all the quests done, and it just frustrates me. Like this one that says evolve Lumbrian or something at night. I'm like, okay, cool. And every time I go in there and I do it, it goes, nah, you don't get him. You get another stupid fire guy.
Oh, well, do you know that with Umbreon you have to have an EV, you have to be buddies with it and walk at least 7k?
Yeah, but I heard you could do the naming convention thing that changed it, but that naming convention doesn't work.
It only works once.
Yeah, but I haven't done a Lumbria name change thingy.
Have you not?
No, but it didn't work.
Are you sure?
It didn't work the 6 times I tried it.
Okay, that's weird. Don't know that. That's strange.
Oh man, so now I have to make it my pet, and now I've got to walk.
The problem
it.
is one of the 40 levels. One of the quests is you got to evolve Eevee into one of each of its forms, sort of thing. And I really wish I hadn't wasted all the bloody naming convention because that's going to be painful, absolutely painful to do.
When's
the Sylveon? You've got to earn 66 hearts with it at minimum, sort of thing, for it to be evolving to Sylveon. It's like, oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna start getting my EVs. I'm gonna name them Sylveon, and I'm gonna start walking it.
Far out.
Start getting it done now. I'm planning ahead for that one because that's gonna be ridiculous.
Maybe I should go out today and just take an EV and just go for a long ass walk.
Yeah, I think I can't remember how many. Yeah, I'll look it up for you. But I think it was like you gotta have. I think it's gotta be at least 20 hearts. Or 20 hearts, maybe 7k walked or whatever.
What, for Umbreon? Are you serious? Don't do that.
Yeah, and then you evolve it at night to get Umbreon. Or if you evolve it in the day, you'll get Espeon.
Oh, God.
Because Espeon's the same requirement, but you got to evolve him in the day.
Stupid freaking Pokemon. I hate you. Man, I hate this game sometimes.
What? Well, I agree. It is stupid how you have to learn all these different things of how to evolve stuff. Yeah. It's like, what was it? What was it?
Oh no! According to this, it says here there are currently a total of 9 Pokemon in the Eevee family.
Yes.
Lumbria evolves from Eevee. Yeah, no shit. Plus 10Ks, 25 coins, obviously. Then you've got all the other ones. Yeah. Esperion is 10Ks plus the 25, but all the rest of them just say 25.
Okay.
Sylveon. Yeah. Oh no, it says here you must. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about Sylveon or whatever his name is.
Sylveon does require.
Tells me not here.
Yeah, it does. It does. I can tell you now because everyone else has commented.
According to this, it doesn't.
You're wrong, Des. You're wrong.
That's what it tells me on this.
Sylveon, Pokemon. Are you searching it properly? Pokemon Go.
I am, and it tells me.
Here we go. How to evolve into Sylveon. If you can't use the Kira thing, it costs 25 an EV naming trick. Your Sylveon must be your buddy and earn 70 hearts with it.
It doesn't say that on this one. Bloody people, get your shit right. Okay, so it has to be your buddy, and you got to do 70 hearts.
Yeah, and then Umbreon. Hang on, let's say if I do Umbreon. So Umbreon. Where's it at? There we go.
People, don't get into Pokemon Go. It stresses you out.
Yes, so you got to walk at least 10k with one, and then you evolve him at night. That's what it says.
Hashtag balls. Hashtag I'm going to change it over now, and I'm going to go for a walk. Hashtag I hate the world. Hashtag stupid Pokemon Go. Hashtag Magic Jordan for the calendars.
It's good. It's good fitness for it. I mean, God forbid. I'll tell you one thing. I mean, I hatched so many eggs walking around the entire of Auckland City yesterday because we went to mini golf as a family before Grandma took Edward back.
Oh, nice.
So between walking there, then walking up to the hotel, and then going out shopping for the day, and then coming back, and then going up to K Road, like I must have done. Did it say how many steps I did yesterday?
That's one thing I must say though, is I didn't. You always forget just how many steps you do when you're just going for a random wander around.
25,000 steps yesterday.
Yesus.
Yeah, 25,000 steps.
Yeah, because
today, actually, sorry, no, it was 25, and it's already at 28,000 today. So
28,000 steps today. You literally, it sounds like you barely got out of bed.
Because I we were out till 2 in the morning. We were dancing for the night and everything else as well. Sort
Also,
of thing. So
dancing is added to your steps.
yeah, because you're bopping away.
Oh god. If anybody's watching the vidcast, I'm sorry. If anyone that's not watching the vidcast, don't watch the vidcast. Jordan was dancing. It was scary.
I am dancing. I am. I love it, and you love it. You know what you do.
Hashtag Magic Jordan, just for the calendar, and for and now a new add-on, which will be him twerking on our OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/dorksdown. No, I'm kidding. Please,
nobody wants to see my fat ass on OnlyFans.
Oh man.
My wife.
And even then, she's like, do I really want to pay for it? Not really.
Too right. I'm worth it. I'm worth it, mate. She'll happily admit that I'm worth it.
Mm-hmm. Sure, Felicia.
Me and my fine ass. Oh, right.
Oh man, I do have one more funny story because I know we've almost been going.
All right, let's hear it then.
So,
we'll have a nice short episode today because we're all tired.
One of my friends has recently come out as gay, which was amazing. So we went out for dinner, and and one of my other friends inadvertently came out as dinner as well. So we went out for dinner on Wednesday night after work, and there's about 12 or 13 of his closest friends there. I had a feeling I already knew what was happening, but I was like, no, I'll come along for sure. We came there, and obviously he said to us, he goes, listen, I've got a bit of an announcement. He goes, so I'm coming out as gay, and we're all excited for him and stuff. And one of the dudes went, I fucking knew you were gay, man. I saw you on Hinge, and I was like, fuck, I knew that guy was gay. And then his face went pale white, and then he realised what he just said. So that was kind of funny. And as of last night, they may actually be a couple now.
Oh.
So supposedly what had happened is we all went to high school together. One of them had a crush on the other one. Obviously he hadn't come out, so he didn't want to tell him. Then all of a sudden this guy comes out as gay. This other guy outs himself. I'm not using names because I don't want them to, because obviously they only came out to friends. And then they obviously got talking throughout and found out that both of them were gay. And then obviously we were talking and mucking around and joking about how he kind of outed himself and took his thunder and this, that, and the other. And now I'm maybe making the joke that now they're together making the thunder. But yeah, supposedly they went on a date last night and it went really well. So, yay to love.
Yay, well done.
But
so lovely.
I'm like, oh my God, he just went, he goes, I knew you fucking gay. I saw you on Hinge. And I was like, I'm going to tell him when I see him next. And then obviously the next time he's told him was then. And I'm like,
well, one thing we didn't realise yesterday that was going to happen in Auckland City is there was a big trans rights march happening, protest happening.
Oh, Jesus.
So there was, obviously you can imagine, there was quite a few trans people and supporters all out in force with flags and, full thing, makeup on and blah, blah, blah. And so we went out, obviously we didn't think much of it, but we thought, K Road might be a bit lively tonight because that's where all the young'uns and some of the gay bars are and stuff like that. So we thought, it might be interesting. And so we were up there. One of the bars we went into was this, I can't remember the name of it now, but he had 3 bars in one. And and we were sat, it was really busy, and we found these 2 chairs and we were just sort of chilling out, having a beer and stuff like that. And Ellie sat there and she's looking decked out, gorgeous for the night. And then this girl went, oh my God, if I only love vagina, look at you, you goddess. And Ellie was like, excuse me?
It's one of those things that are said and you're like, was that a compliment? I'm not sure. I think it was.
Thank you. And she was like, thank you. She went, oh my God, yes. And it was just, and I was dying of laughter. And I was like, hey, bet you feel good now. She went, oh, too right, I do. And then, we were out when we were up and about dancing at one point, and because one of the other bars had a DJ on with EDM going on, and we were bopping away, and it was really good. And suddenly I was like, oh, my ass got squeezed, and I thought, oh, that's great. And then I was like, Ellie's in front of me.
I'm not entirely sure how long her arms are, but I didn't see her move like that.
I didn't see her move, so I don't think she's got Stretch Armstrong arms so they can bend around corners and all this crap. But that wasn't. Yeah. Anyway, so
Look
after
at
that, we
Jordan,
ended up
mate.
getting
Jordan's just experimenting.
Oh, you know me, but I'll say it's just obviously all this natural pheromone I release off.
It's a
That's
magic
so
Jordan
attracting.
elements. He's like,
But yeah.
squeeze my ass for a calendar. So somebody went, I'll take that up. Thank you, sir.
Oh man, it was As I said, it was howling. It was
Well,
so good. But yeah,
I worked, when I first got to London, I worked 4 months straight because we had a couple, like obviously me training, and then we had a girl leave, and then we had a couple leave. So we were down to 2 staff members. So I worked 7 days a week to the point where then the only other person that was there was the area manager. And my first trip to London was, my mate said, go have the weekend off, go do whatever you want. Just don't be here. I'm like, why? He's like, well, because we've got staff now, you'll be fine. So I went to Richmond train station in London, or out of London, and just went, where's the next train going that's outside of London? He's like, oh, there's one going to Brighton. I'm like, awesome, sign me up. So while I was there, I was on last minute and I booked a hotel in Brighton. And sure enough, I get out of I was sitting there, I had my headphones on, I was reading my book, and I'm like, I just want a nice, relaxing weekend, just chill. Should be amazing. Brighton's meant to be lovely. I walk outside and the whole city was painted rainbows. And still to this day, I have not had a weekend that good, because I got there and there were a group of guys in the bar and they're like, oh, hey, you here for Pride? You here by yourself? I'm like, actually, no. And I told them why I was here. He's like, don't worry, stick with us. We'll show you a good time. And I was like, fuck it, why not? I'm like, while I'm here, let's have some fun. And oh my God, it was insane. And I never realised this, but if you're a straight man and all the gay guys knows you're straight, and there's a girl there that they also know are straight, you literally have an entire club of like 200 people that are just trying to matchmake you. And I was like, she is way above my league, but all these guys were telling her what a nice person I was. Complete lie, ladies and gentlemen, if anyone's listening. And yes,
Des, you're the sweet guy
still one of the best weekends I've ever had. And like we drank, we went out and partied, like it was amazing. And I'm like, I want to go back next year. That was a hell of a lot of fun. But oh man,
Yeah, no, Brighton's
they know how to
very, very lively.
Yeah,
Very
but
lively.
I went during Pride. Had no idea it was Pride, but obviously did. But seriously, man, like I love it. I think they're great, and I'm like, let's do this. But yes, let's finish there before we ramble too much.
We'll finish the definitely. But yeah, so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, just a reminder that obviously our podcast is available on all good podcast software and apps. It is also available as a vidcast to watch us on see our beautiful faces on YouTube.
And if you haven't seen the video cast, that beautiful faces is used very loosely and thrown around very liberally.
Yeah, very liberally. And you can also follow us at our social medias at TikTok and Twitter at Dorks Down Under. I could barely get that out.
I forget we're on TikTok because I'm not on TikTok.
Yeah, we need to do something about the TikTok at some point. But anyway, we'll get around to that eventually. So anyway, much love, people. We just want to say a big thank you to all our current subscribers and listeners, and we will catch you guys next week.
Peace. Wait a minute, was I meant to record that? No, I'm kidding.